I'm so good. I'm so good. Totally okay. Just hanging here.
Okay. Guys, listen, thank you so much for joining me today. This is totally brand new for me because I'm using a different platform. It's called Zoom. It reminds me of the Fat Laddies band, you know, Zoom, just one look at... Yeah, anyway, as you can tell, obviously I can't sing, but it doesn't matter.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. Dog sings better than me. I'm not saying such. Guys, you know what? I've listened to a massive amount of podcasts with regards to when people are being interviewed, and I've been interviewed myself several times. And it's been absolutely fantastic when you listen to them. A lot of them are American-based, and nothing against Cathy that I've got on here today, but they're all like, you know, whoa, I'm just super excited. I'm pumped up to death. I've got this guy or this girl on. And I'm like thinking, wow, this sounds even amazing before you even get there. And the next thing you get someone on, and it's like, hey, how's it going? And it's just really like, you know, sort of one level. But I am genuinely excited to have Cathy Savage on today. We've been speaking now for probably a couple of months. Is that right?
Yeah, I'd say so. It feels like forever. In a good way. In a good way.
I have that effect on people, unfortunately. But yeah, I am really excited with regards to how this meeting's going to go and what we're going to talk about. And hopefully that people are going to get a lot of inspiration from it, because we're in that business, I believe, that we try to inspire people. We want to motivate people. So Cathy, I want to introduce you with regards to where you're from, what you do, and just give us a little bit of a background on yourself. Fire away.
Wow. Okay. So I hope this is a long podcast. No, just kidding.
Okay, so that's it, Cathy. Thanks very much for that. Really appreciate that. Yeah, okay, carry on. Go on. Go on.
All right. So a little bit about me, and I don't want to bore you all, so I'll give you the abridged version. I am from Boston, Massachusetts. I've lived here all my life, been educated here. 53 years old. I'm almost 54. I'll be 54 this year, and I feel fantastic. Well, you know, 50 is the new 30. So look at you. Is this about me or is it about you?
Sorry.
But you can keep on flexing because that's probably more exciting than my life.
Carry on.
But anyway, so I've been in the fitness world for about 30 years. Well, 30 years. What am I saying? About. It's been 30 years, and it's been a wonderful experience for me. I was an athlete growing up, and after I graduated from Boston College, it just made sense after doing a lot of great corporate jobs for me to build my own business in the fitness world. And I've had a wonderful career. I've been featured on television. I write for 2 magazines, Oxygen Magazine and Strong Fitness Magazine. And it's been a wonderful journey for me. I have a niche business of preparing competitors, bodybuilders and fitness competitors naturally for the sport of fitness. But it's also a lifestyle business as well, where people may not want to compete, but they want to look that way, and they want to do it through a healthy means. So, you know, the fitness industry, there's a lot of people that go extreme. There's a lot of myths. There's a lot of things you have to do to look a certain way. And we dispel all the myths. And our clients look amazing, but number one, they look healthy. So I've made a living out of doing something I love, which now I love helping people do the same thing. So it's wonderful. And I was introduced to the product line that we're talking about about 6 years ago. And it's been a life changer, a game changer, both physically and financially, not just for me, but for so many people in my life. And so I'm very passionate about it because I just started with Isogenics to get a good shake for and a good system for my clients who were trying to compete naturally. And it was hard. It's hard to eat really well all the time. So this was basically a game changer as far as our nutrition protocol. But what it led to was something that I never expected. And that's why we're here today.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? It's a really strange thing that you talked about lifestyle there, because that's like the big key thing now. I mean, when I first started coaching, again, over 30 years ago, for me, what I started to do was obviously it was a lifestyle. And then when I got into sort of the weight loss industry, I didn't want it just to be weight loss. I wanted people to understand that there needed to be lifestyle changes to be able to facilitate health, really. So when you probably got into the game that you're in, you more than likely thought to yourself, do you know what? It's not just about giving someone a shake or telling someone what to eat. It's trying to say, you need to incorporate certain things in there for your lifestyle to be able to change. Because how many times have we seen, being in the industry that we're in, is that there's a lot of different diets out there. People will do them for a certain period of time, and then they'll go back to eating the way that they were before. Boom, and it all goes. I mean, how many times have you seen that, Cathy?
Too many that I care to mention. Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it? So I think to be fair, the business that we're currently in right now, it's not just about giving people a product and saying, you know what, try this, and what's going to happen is that you're going to lose weight, you'll feel great, and then just do it for 4 weeks. And once you're done, just go back to eating the way that you were, and you'll live the rest of your life being really happy, and you'll stay the same weight. It's not working that way, is it? That's what we've seen anyway in our business, yeah?
Yeah, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because people are looking for quick fixes sometimes. And there's, I always say to people, this is your life. So some people will say, well, I'll drink the shake, but how long do I need to drink the shake? Yeah. And I always say, well, it depends on you. How long do you want to live a healthy lifestyle? Because that's really what it is. It's not the whole, it's just one piece of the puzzle of living a healthy lifestyle. Yeah. And so it's just kind of like brushing your teeth. It's a habit that you get into. And once you sustain that habit, all these tools that we give you to live a healthy lifestyle become just a normal way of life for you. And I think that's what was so awesome for me, because it just fits so easily into what we were already doing. Yeah. And that is trying to inspire people and showing people too that it's just not that hard to do this correctly for the long term if you have the right tools. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
When I first approached you, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm going to tell people a little bit of a story here, because basically what happened was that I was looking for alternatives for what I was currently doing. So thinking there's got to be a way out there, because you can give people healthy diets, you can give people exercise routines that are obviously fit around them, but you still get people that come back, go, I'm still struggling, I'm still failing, I'm still falling off the wagon, I'm finding it difficult. And then you tend to lose those people. And that's what was worrying me. I was losing those people. And I was thinking, there's got to be another way that's an ethically moral way that I can help more clients. And I remember jumping on the phone to you when someone had tagged you and I'd said, has anyone heard about this company called Isogenics? And I'd looked at the products and I thought, these are good. I mean, I'm wondering why I've not heard of these guys before. But obviously, it's brand new to the UK. And that's not, again, thinking about the law of attraction and karma and the way things that come together, I'm thinking, this is a bit strange, because it's not even over here yet. Maybe this is a little bit of a sign to say, this is what we have been looking for. This is what we need. And I remember jumping on the phone to you and I was like, yeah, hi. Yeah, go on, tell me, go on. Tell me the story, give me the sales pitch. And it wasn't like that. It was like talking to a really good friend that I've not spoken to before, that's got loads in common with me, of a similar age, although obviously I'm much older than you. You're only 25. But the thing was that we sort of resonated with each other with regards to, we're on the same page. We both wanted the same thing. We wanted to help more people. And the only way that we could see ourselves doing that is by making sure that if nutrition was right, then everything else would more than likely come together. Would that be fair to say?
Absolutely. That's really all that matters. I would never risk anything with a product line that didn't work. And that's, I said that to you. I remember saying to you, what are your goals? And, because for me, that's really important for me to know, because everybody has different goals, whether it's weight loss or building lean muscle. I need to know those things. So, excuse me, morning voice for me. Yeah. But, it's one of those things where there are a lot of products out there, and it's just like there's a lot of good trainers and there's a lot of not so good trainers, and a lot of good doctors and a lot of not so good doctors. So it's hard for the consumer to understand it and navigate through what's good.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's up to us as fitness professionals to really wind through and see what really works and what doesn't.
Sure. Take a little drink. Take a drink.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, it's just early, guys. By the way, it is quite it. What time is it there? 20 past 7?
It's not that early. It's 8:15. I mean, my days are
okay, that's not
but it's quite all right.
From a fitness point of view, though, Cathy, you must have wrestled with the fact that you've been training these people for such a long time, and then all of a sudden, then I've listened to your story with regards to when someone approached you and you were like, yeah, whatever, sort of, I'm not doing that with my clients. I mean, can you share that with me with regards to, because I'm obviously involved in the fitness industry, like yourself, and I know that there's a lot of people literally just waiting behind me right now who are watching what's going on and like either they're ready to go, wow, this was great, jump, or they're ready to go, and I've already had the haters that have gone, nah, you're selling now, blah, blah, blah. So you must have wrestled with your conscience like I have wrestled with my conscience, but then thinking, hang on, these are really good. I've been taking protein shakes for the last 30 years and I just go in and go, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'll have that. And then it's not until you get a little bit more educated. So how did you sort of make the decision then and wrestle with your own conscience to be able to think, these are going to be good for my clients. I should be pushing this. I should be. How did that work out for you?
Yeah, here's what I can say is I had everything to lose by doing this because I was a skeptic, and you hear that a lot from people who started with Isogenics, that they were so jaded by all the other companies. So, for me, when I started doing a lot of television work here in the US, I had a lot of companies come to me and say, hey, you can make a lot of money. Hey, you can join our company. I also had a contract with a very big supplement company, and I actually got to the point of signing the contract, but then looked at the ingredients, Carl, and I said, I can't give these to my clients because it was filled with things that I didn't give my clients. So while it would have been a very lucrative deal for me at the time, I said, I'll be a sellout. I can't do that. So I was very jaded. I thought all the supplement companies were the same, and I wanted no part of it. I was really conscientious of my brand. And so when Isogenics came to me, it was kind of funny because one of my clients was using it. And I said, nope, stop using it. Don't use it. They're all alike. And I didn't even look. Right. But here's the thing. I'm so educated in nutrition, but I didn't even take the time to look at the ingredients because I assumed they were all the same. Yeah. And so she started seeing amazing results. And what happened, to be honest, is it spread like wildfire with all my clients. And so now they start using it. I'm losing control of my clients. And I'm like, what? I told you guys not to drink that. Yeah. And so I did this. I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to just try it so I can prove you all wrong. And I grabbed some of my coaches. We all did it. And literally within 5 days, we were like, wait a minute. What's in this stuff? So I called Isogenics. I called the science department, the research and development. I wanted to know if there were any fillers and thermogenics and things that I didn't recommend to people. Yeah. And they were like, here's the ingredient list. And I'm like, oh my God, this is exactly what I would put in my own brand. But because that supplement company that gave me the contract, they're the ones that said, Cathy, all the protein powders are the same. Just at the end of the conveyor belt, they put your name on it. And I'm like, what? That was a big education for me. Yeah. So this was so different. And this was all the ingredients that I loved. And so, after I tried it and some of my other coaches tried it, and we were seeing women lose 20, 30, 40 pounds after not having success, they had their breakthroughs. Their plateaus were broken through. And then the guys were gaining lean muscle without dieting as hard. So it really attacked everybody's metabolism. And that was the biggest thing that was the game changer for me. I was like, wow, I have another tool in my toolbox to help people. And, when I decided to recommend this, Carl, like you said, I had never recommended anything in 30 years. I never endorsed a product, had plenty of opportunities to, but never did. Yeah. Not because I didn't believe in endorsing, but it was more, I just couldn't find anything that I really was so passionate about.
Sure.
So yeah, I had everything to lose: magazine contracts, clients, you name it. And I took the plunge because it worked. And I didn't listen to the naysayers because I knew those people weren't ready yet. But ironically, everyone that said no is now on my Isogenics team a couple years later. So sometimes it takes people a little while to understand. And I understand that because I was the biggest skeptic too. So I get it. And I know it almost sounds too good to be true, but luckily it has social proof. The results speak for themselves. And once people start using the products, they get it and they don't want to go back.
Yeah. So from your point of view, when you started to do this, there was obviously a thing in your mind where you were genuinely probably overthinking with regards to, what are people going to say? What actually happened once you started doing it and you started to push it out there and to say what it is that you were doing? Was everyone on board, or did you lose any business?
I wouldn't say I lost any business, but I had doubters. But I'll tell you, not the one good thing, but one of the things that I did right was my parents told me never to align yourself with anything that you don't believe in. Yeah. So I wasn't that person that was, recommending this, that, and the other thing for a buck. I never did that. Yeah. So when I did it, it was more like, wait, what? Cathy is what? She never endorses anything. This must be good. So people trusted me.
Yeah.
And, but it was scary. I'm not going to lie. There were people that said, I'm not going to do it. And I didn't force anybody to do it. So I had clients that were like, that's great, but I'm not doing it. And I said, that's fine. You can do our whole food meals. No problem at all. I never felt like I had to sell it to anyone because the products sold themselves. And that was huge for me because I'm a fitness professional, and it just so happens that these products are a direct sales type of product, which that's how the world is. The economy is evolving. Everything is delivered to people's homes. And, within the next 2 years, over 50% of what you get in your house is going to be delivered to your home. Yeah. So that didn't freak me out, but I was scared. I had people say, oh, she's a sellout. She's a sellout. But those people are like in the nosebleed sections. Those aren't people who criticize others usually aren't at the forefront of any cutting edge success. So yeah. I really don't listen to naysayers because they have nothing to do with my life, and they're perfectly capable of saying anything they want. It's that mindset, that mindset of saying, this is what I'm going to do because I'm going to help people. And Carl, if I ever listen to those voices, I can't even imagine all the people that would have not been successful as a result of my decision to say yes. Yeah. So, I just, they're like mosquitoes. I just kind of brush them away. They really,
I think you have to. I think as you know, obviously I've been trained in life coaching and NLP. I've done the practitioner course, and then I've done obviously the master's course, which is great. And the reason why I've done that is I remember someone calling me out on Facebook basically saying, it's great that you've got this client to lose 9 stone. However, did you work out why they put the weight on? Are they going to keep the weight off? It started me to think a little bit with regards to, well, you know what? Maybe that it is just about mindset. And I think that's when I started to incorporate the whole thing with regards to the lifestyle. This is what I love about this business. And you can probably share this with me with regards to the business itself. But the fact is that this isn't a product-led business. It's very much a lifestyle-led business. And all the groups that I'm currently on with you, that you've added me to, all these guys want to help each other. I've been in traditional business now for the last 30 years, like yourself. I've never been involved with anyone or any other company that are prepared to say, listen, we'll jump on a call. We'll help you. We'll do this. And I'm like thinking, half of me's going, I wonder what they want. They must be after something. And these guys are not even involved in my business per se, but they just want to reach out. And I love that part of, you must be thinking to yourself, this is a bit of a wake-up call with running traditional businesses before and being involved in this, yeah?
Yeah. And I'm just like you. And, I'm from Boston, so I'm so skeptical of everyone. We're East Coast, we're pretty jaded and shifty, and we don't trust anyone. And, when I first came to Isogenics, it was the same thing. Because when I go to a fitness event, like a competition, there's a target on my back. Everyone wants to beat my girls. Everyone wants to be better than what I've done. And so there's jealousy, and there's all those negativity, those negative things that even are in corporate America. Everyone's trying to get to the top, and they feel like they have to, kick someone over. Well, it was an eye opener for me too, because there's room at the top for everybody. And so when you're really happy and you literally physically change someone's life, you want you want to help everyone, whether you have a say in it or not. And I'll never forget, I went to my first event and everyone's so happy and helping each other. And I called my husband and I'm like, this is crazy. They must be drinking some Kool-Aid. Like, what the heck is all this? I wasn't used to it. I was so used to people going, I want to have a better business than you, being super competitive, you know?
Yeah.
And that was an eye opener for me. But what I realized is happy people want other people to be happy. And the way the business is structured is, like I said, you only do well when you help other people.
Yeah.
So that's really a great business model for me. It's sustainable.
Yeah.
And there is none of that icky stuff going on. If there was, I wouldn't be here, but it's a joy. Yeah. And when you're not used to that, you're taken aback a little bit because you don't know where it's coming from. And like you, I'm so much like you. I was like, what do they want from me? What do they want from me? Like, what do I have that they want? And I realized they just want to help everybody. And you know this, you work with people and you help them change their mindset, their lifestyle. It is an addiction to be able to help someone even make a small gain, a small stride. And so when you get to wake up every morning and do this and change people's lives, you want to shout it from the rooftops. Yeah. And that's why people are so passionate, because they really love what they do.
Yeah, it's a strange one, because I remember going to the first meeting, which was just over a month ago now in Manchester, and I'm sitting next to a girl called Lorna who knows all about isogenics. She's been involved for I don't know how long, and she's like that with the music. She's like, and I'm like sitting next to her thinking, oh, she's on something. This girl must be on something. She's crazy. But I met her again just at the last one. But you know when you really are hesitant when you first go. I'm like thinking, oh, I really want to get involved in the business and I love the products, but I'm just not too sure. Anyway, it goes back to the one that we've just had recently in Manchester. And I swear to you, I was like thinking, this is great. Because I know what all of these people are for. All of these people are here because they genuinely want to achieve. But not only that, they just want to help other people as well. And the thing that I like about this business, and I want to get onto the business model, and I want to try and keep this relatively short because I know that your time is precious. But there is a business element involved in this. And I think people are, I don't know, I sort of think that most people are blinkered in the fact that they believe that this model either is a pyramid model, and we both know that pyramids are actually illegal. The fact is that, and I wanted to give an example of network marketing per se. I went to a restaurant a couple of weeks ago and I called my mum up and I said, I just went to a great restaurant. And she said, what was it called? And I told her and she went, oh, I'm going to book there. And she went the following night. Now, I was actually thrilled. I was thrilled for the guy who owns the business because he's a really nice guy and I've been back several times before. But the fact is he doesn't give me discounts every time that I go in.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when I'm involved in this, I'm thinking to myself, hang on, if I love the products, which I know that I will because I've already had some samples, but I know that I can start seeing people or helping people getting results. And if then they decide to help somebody else, that whole helping thing, the holistic thing is great. But the business side of it, just explain, if you can briefly, the business side with regards to helping people per se.